Greetings, everyone. Rajee Narinesingh here, transgender activist, author, and actress. You might recognize me from the reality show Botched on the E! Network, season 2, 3, and 4. So I'm coming to you from my very humble home here in South Florida, the United States of America. It is Thanksgiving holiday weekend. I had a great one, thank God, and I hope all of my fellow Americans did. I am getting ready to run out to another event. It has been a whirlwind, but I had to take time out to do this video. I want to share with you all experience that I had with a worldwide organization the last month. Well, you know, for about 20 years now, I've been an activist for the transgender community. And I've always had like a humanitarian spirit about me. I mean, in high school, I volunteered for the Red Cross, the United Way, Community Hospital, and actually, I ended up working for the American Red Cross for about 10 years, doing community service. So I've always had that thing about me, that humanitarian spirit, that activism in me. But 20 years ago, I was brutally beaten up by some guys who targeted me because I'm transgender. And, I mean, I literally had to fight for my life that night. My life flashed before my eyes. And as I laid in my bed, 2 black eyes, a swollen face, a busted lip, bleeding. And not only was I physically broken, I was mentally, emotionally, and spiritually broken. But I couldn't help to think, if I had died, would I have died knowing that I tried to do something to make things better for me and my transgender people? And that is when the shift took place. And I refocused my activism towards my transgender community and trying to make things better. You know, there's this saying, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. And that night, those guys didn't kill me. They made me stronger. So I really focused on human rights for my transgender people, and really human rights for everyone. And that is what the organization Human Rights Watch does every day for groups around the world, people around the world that are being discriminated against, that are experiencing horrific things, even genocide, because they're different. You know, for whatever reason, whether it's race or gender or class or religion, sexuality, there are groups around the world that are experiencing human rights injustices. It also includes my community, the transgender community. I have been honored to team up with the Human Rights Watch. The last month, I was able to team up with this great organization. Oh my goodness. And I teamed up with them to help them roll out a report on transgender women here in South Florida. The name of the report is called Living at Risk, Transgender Women, HIV, and Human Rights in South Florida. And you all can go to their website and check it out. There's a wonderful video that goes along with it. I'm a part of the video. So anyone that would love to see that, you can go to www.hrw, Human Rights Watch, hrw.org. So that's www.hrw.org, and check it out there. The report is absolutely compelling. It really highlights a lot of the things that are plaguing our community. And so, you know, I'm so thankful that this report came out, and hopefully good things will come from it. Positive changes for our community. Not only is Human Rights Watch organization putting out reports on different segments of the human population that are being discriminated against and lacking human rights. Not only do they do that, but they put their mouth where their money is. They put their mouth where their money is because they gave me the opportunity to work with them this last month, and they compensated me financially for it. And for someone like myself, that can be such a help to the quality of my life, and it has been. And I'm so grateful and thankful. And I got to work with some phenomenal people, and I want to thank them, and I want to thank actually everyone that works for HRW for the work that you are doing every day for people around the world that are lacking human rights, that are basically fighting for their human rights, something that everyone is entitled to. So, I don't know, this is a human lesson that we as human beings just don't seem to get. Because, if you go to their website, you will see that there are groups now in the world, around the world, that are suffering just because they're different. I was having a discussion with someone on Transgender Day of Remembrance at the press conference, and they happened to work for HRW, and they came in. They flew into our city for that press conference. It was such a pleasure meeting them. But we were having this discussion, and they said, yeah, there are people around the world that are just being crapped on, that because they're different for whatever reason. And like I said, I named them before. It could be anything. It could be gender. It could be religion, class, color, race, and when will we learn as human beings? I mean, this is a lesson that keeps happening over and over again. And we have horrific things that have happened in the history of the world that we can look to. And you would think that people would, we as human beings would finally learn that lesson. That people are people, and everyone is entitled to their human rights. So from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you all. It was such an honor to be able to work with you, and please keep up the good work. Love, peace, and blessings.